Ladies and gentlemen, this is Pillar to Post. Yes, we've got WWE 2K17 playing in the background today for our guests' viewing pleasure. I'm going to let them pick matches while I do my NXT review. Super Nacho already in the house. Now, I do want to warn people, we might lose some internet connection here. I don't know what the hell's going on, but we've been losing connection all night, and it's really beginning to piss this podcaster off. Raging Chaos in the house as well. Now, as you guys know, today is fantasy booking night. I'm mixing things up with a little bit of NXT review. I want to wish my guests a very good night, and let's move into the first match. Now, I usually don't throw myself in matches, but I feel we need a pretty good solid match here. We're going to go last man standing match, and it's going to be Mordecai taking on newcomer Mithras. Mithras is very new to Big Dog Wrestling. So we're going to start off with that match, and then we're going to go into some that were asked for earlier on. But I'd like to go and take a couple of rounds out of Mithras and have a good fight feel. There we go. And now as this match goes on in the background, I'm going to give you my review and my reaction to NXT tonight. Let's see. Gav says, it still says you have the other stream going on. Yeah, I know. It's very strange what's going on, but I can't help what's going on the other video. But tonight is July 26, 2017, and of course it was NXT night. It's 1 hour where you get some actual wrestling going on. It isn't all about storylines and advertising and giving you a bunch of bullshit that has nothing to do with wrestling itself. NXT is the place to be. Now, I wasn't exactly that happy with what went on tonight. I thought the women's match between Ember Moon and the newcomer Lady Tapa could have gone on a lot longer. We could have given Lady Tapa a really good debut here on NXT tonight. We didn't get that, though. Yes, Todd, right? We are now live. And yes, NXT was good. I'm just saying it wasn't the best that they've done. We started the show off with Ember Moon taking on Lady Tapa. Now, at the very start of the match, Tapa levels Moon with a huge clothesline that has her crashing into the corner. Tapa tosses Moon across the ring, delivers a huge headbutt. Moon retreats to the corner. Tapa charges in like a bull who has seen red. Moon gets her boot up. She then sets up what looks like it's going to be a tornado DDT, but spins off the top rope and hits a tornado snap suplex instead. This has Tapa reeling. Moon unleashes a flurry of strikes, sending Tapa down to the mat. Moon goes to the top and ruins Tapa's evening with the Eclipse, which is a corkscrew stunner off the top rope. Ember Moon is your winner of the night. It was a great match, and it's basically there to build her up in order to go to NXT TakeOver Brooklyn and setting up a humongous match for her rematch against Asuka. Now, after the match, Moon grabs a mic and says she wants Asuka at TakeOver Brooklyn. Moon says Asuka wants competition. Moon will give Asuka all that she desires. Moon says she is ready to defeat the undefeated Empress of Tomorrow. The question is Asuka ready for Ember Moon? Now, if you guys witnessed the first encounter between Ember Moon and Asuka, unbelievable match, and I guarantee you they are going to do us proud and throw it all on the line at their next upcoming pay-per-view match, TakeOver Brooklyn. Super Nacho says NXT is a good indication of what WWE will be like whenever Vince kicks the bucket and Triple H and the kids take over. Totally agree. We are going to be doing a Royal Rumble soon, Hunter. Not a worry there. Like I said, it wasn't a bad match. It was all to set up Ember Moon to take on Asuka at Brooklyn TakeOver. But I think it could have gone a little bit longer. I think it would have given Lady Tapa a little bit more of a presence. Because if you took a look at her, she is one tall woman. Crusher Bagwell in the house. Welcome to the stream there, Crusher. Now, we were supposed to have an NXT tag team match following this. It was supposed to be the Authors of Pain taking on David Ramos and Timothy Bumpers. But Paul Ellering and the AOP had a little bit of surprise as they were making their way down the ramp. Nikki Cross from Sanity steps out of nowhere, blocks their entrance to the ring, and up behind their opponents inside the ring, that was David Ramos and Timothy Bumpers, are Sanity's Dane and Alexander Wolf, and they kick the crap out of these guys, toss them out, and they basically challenge Authors of Pain to a fight. Now, AOP get in the ring and attack Sanity full on. Occam tosses Wolf clear across the ring. Dane floors Razor with a clothesline. Occam hot shots Wolf into the corner. Razor hits a big boot. Dane attempts to get back in the ring, but for some unfathomable reason, Nikki Cross holds him back and says, "No, we're not doing this now." Convinces her boys to get back to the back. We've got Alexander Wolf laughing his fool head off maniacally. Completely weird and out of place for me for this encounter. Now, it wasn't a bad brawl. It was short-lived, however. I could have really seen some blood being spilled here tonight, but it didn't happen. And you have Authors of Pain standing strong once again. Tanish JJ, how's it going? Right now I'm giving you my NXT review as Mordecai, the big dog of Big Dog Wrestling, taking on the title machine known as Mithras. We get a clip from earlier today, and if you wouldn't have heard, if you weren't paying attention, you know that Mauro Ranallo really fucked up Thea Trinidad's name tonight. She is supposed to be going under the name of Thea Trinidad here in NXT, but he kept on calling her Selena, her old name. So earlier today, Thea Trinidad stops No Way Jose in the parking lot. Trinidad tells Jose that it was admirable that Jose tried the right thing. The problem is, he lit a fire under Andrade Cien Almas that he will not be able to put out anytime soon. And that was basically a segue into the next match, which was Velveteen Dream taking on Cesar Benoni. Great match going on in the background, folks. Mordecai and Mithras going toe-to-toe. Right now, it looks like Mordecai's got the upper hand, waiting for the ref to make his 10 count. Now, I've got a little issue with Velveteen Dream. Could any one of you guys actually see that this gimmick is going to bring him anywhere near the top of the roster in the future? We've seen guys with these gimmicks before. The whole metrosexual type angle, and they don't get anywhere. Cesar Bologna says Super Nacho. It is called, he is named Cesar Benoni. Anyway, I can't get behind a guy like Velveteen Dream. I really can't. He's in great shape. He's got some good moves in his repertoire. But the gimmick isn't one that's going to last and capture people's attention. Not a chance in hell. But Dream starts the match off. Blasts Benoni with a club to the back and followed by a European uppercut. Dream forces Benoni into the corner, lays into him with stomp after stomp, punch after punch. Benoni catches Dream with a boot to the chest, sends him flying back, hits a drop kick. We get a Falcon's arrow by Benoni for a 1 count, Benoni whips Dream into the ropes for a gorilla press into a power slam, but Dream avoids it, reverses it. Dream ducks a clothesline by Benoni and counters with a Death Valley bomb. This sets up. Dream climbs to the top of the ropes, hits the Purple Rainmaker for the victory. Your winner of this match, Velveteen Dream. Todd Wright says, I just got free link. That was the first time I have watched NXT. Who the fuck was Prince Wannabe? That was Velveteen Dream. That is the guy I'm talking about. Now, Benoni looks like he could be a guy that could really go over if he had a little bit more. He is a former MMA fighter. He's very, very well equipped with the jiu-jitsu background. And our first match as well, Lady Tapa was also a former MMA fighter, as well as a former pro football player. But after the match, that Velveteen Dream wins, Dream is asked by an interviewer what his goals are here in NXT. Dream says that maybe he would answer that in front of a decently dressed girl like her, but not in front of the ugliness that is the NXT universe. Dream tells her that her Velveteen Dream experience is going to have to wait. Dream looks at her, licks his lips, and walks away. Yes, Percy Watson is now a commentator, not a wrestler. Now we get a backstage segment. William Regal says Asuka will defend her NXT Women's Championship at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn against Ember Moon. So that is in the books now. We've got also Drew McIntyre heading to NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, taking on Bobby Roode, the NXT champion. Why the hell is Drew not on the main shows but back in NXT? He said he preferred to go to NXT, take NXT by storm, and then get promoted to the main card. That's what he wanted. If you don't remember, when he first got in WWE back in the day, he was given a huge push, and he really talked about it tonight on his in his in-ring segment. Now McIntyre thanks everyone who has been with him on his ride to the main event on NXT Brooklyn. McIntyre goes on to list his previous accomplishments, including being the chosen one in WWE all those years ago. It wasn't until he left WWE that he realized he needed to be the hardest working in the world to become successful. McIntyre says everyone here walks walks side by side, everyone except the NXT champion Bobby Roode. McIntyre adds that when he looks in Roode's eyes, he sees nothing but entitlement. This isn't Roode's NXT, this is the kid in the front row's NXT, the guy sitting in the back of NXT, and McIntyre asks everyone to stand up. McIntyre yells, "This is our NXT, folks." And I thought it was a pretty good little promo he shot here. He talked about how he felt entitled his first round in WWE. Said that after he left, he really realized what he was missing, what he did wrong, and really picked things up in the indies and then also in TNA. When he made his comeback, he made a promise to himself. He was going to be the hardest working wrestler in and out of that ring, and he has been showing that. I don't see him not being an upcoming NXT champion in the near future. I really don't. And it could happen at Brooklyn. I know it's going to be off the hook. 205 Live was on after NXT with the link I got. It is that one. Yes, I just don't like 205 Live. They don't fight like cruiserweights. We get another backstage segment, this time with Raul. Mendoza says that next week isn't about Johnny Gargano's return. It's all about the debut of Raul Mendoza. Tyler Black just informing me that he will be live at 9:30 for Hit Squad Radio. Thank you, buddy. Great to let me know. I'm going to quickly Skype him back. Now, I do have... damn it. Why does it do that? There we go. Mithras standing over Mordecai at the moment. We're at the 6 count. Now, the main event of the evening was Hideo Itami taking on Cassius Ohno. And if you guys have been following what's been going on between these two in NXT, Hideo Itami's kind of taking a turn for the worse. Lost to Bobby Roode at the last TakeOver pay-per-view for NXT and developed some kind of psychological issue with himself. Has a real big chip on his shoulder, and he's been going off the rails a little bit. Cassius Ohno's been trying to talk to him, calm him down, and each and every time it's Ohno getting blamed for all the problems Hideo Itami has. So it's led up to this match, the main event tonight of NXT, Hideo Itami taking on Cassius Ohno, and it was a strikers match. Both of these guys are very well known for their strong style of wrestling, very similar to the way Shinsuke Nakamura is. Do I need to be Bayonetta? Now, Ohno and Itami lock up at the start of this match. Ohno drops Itami into a wrist lock. Itami trips Ohno. Ohno escapes the leg lock applied. Itami nails Ohno in the gut. Ohno chops the heck out of Itami. Let's see. Itami and Ohno trade strikes. Ohno catches Itami's leg, then drops him face first to the mat. Basement drop kick by Ohno. Ohno follows that up with kicks Itami right in the chin. Itami whips Ohno into the ropes. Ohno flips over and lands on the apron. Itami slaps Ohno in the face, a good bitch slap. Everyone likes to see that. Itami drapes Ohno on the second rope and mounts the second turnbuckle. Destroys Ohno with that rope assist guillotine knee drop across the back of the neck. Look fucking good. By the way, who everyone main for Smash? Who owns it? Mine is Sonic. I have no idea. We went to a commercial break, and after the commercial break, Itami nails Ohno with a scintillating kick to the spine. Itami sits Ohno up and unloads multiple kicks on Ohno's chest. We get a neckbreaker by Itami. And wow, Mithras took the win, folks. Laid out Mordecai. Unbelievable. She means Smash Brothers. Thank you very much for the clarification. Running Bulldog by Mithras in the replay, and there's that Hangman's neckbreaker. Unbelievable match, folks. So I'm going to get ready and set up the next match. Someone requested earlier to see The Rock versus Goldberg, so I'm going to give that to them. And then after that, we will take a couple more requests, and then I've got to take over some mod duties over on Hit Squad Radio. Help out my bro, Tyler Black. We're going to go submission hold. Why not? Both these men aren't really known for it. Unless you count that cheap version of the sharpshooter that The Rock does. And there we go. We're going to go this, and then we're going to do a couple of more requests, and then I'm going to go help out Tyler Black. But, continuing with my review, we get a neck breaker by Itami for a near fall. Itami locks in a rear chin lock. We get more kicks to the chest by Itami. Ono fights out of a headlock. Ono sends Itami into the corner after a knife edge chop. We get a tornado neck snap by Itami. Itami goes up top but gets caught with a knife edge chop by Ono. Ono hits the rope and Itami kicks him in the chest, but Ono just powers through it. Ono runs over Itami with a huge axe bomber clothesline. We see a shining wizard by Ono, then the cyclone boot by Ono as well. We get a running senton that follows that cyclone boot. Ono misses a splash in the corner. We get a fisherman suplex by Itami. We get a delayed drop kick in the corner, and Itami sets up the GTS, but Ono slides off Itami's shoulder. Get a sick boot by Ono. Ono calls for the roaring elbow. Itami cocks back and soccer ball kicks Ono in the nether regions. Or, as Mauro Ranallo said, in the peninsula. The referee calls for the bell immediately. Your winner by disqualification. It is Cassius Ono. But it didn't didn't stop there. Itami, furious as ever, goes on the attack, picks up Ono and hits the GTS. Ono doesn't go down, so he gets a second one just for good measure. Leaves the ring, does Itami. Halfway up the ramp, he turns around, drags Ono out of the ring, and delivers a GTS using the ring steps. Finally, Ono has enough. Itami leaves ringside, heads to the back. Beautiful match. Great striking match. That's the kind of match I love to see. All in all, I give NXT a good 8 out of 10. Because they deliver when it comes to wrestling. And that's what this guy loves. Loves a good wrestling match. And a good fight feel. Thank you very much, beautiful. Brought me my hot coffee to soothe my throat. And that, people, is your NXT review. So, Cowboy John says, I say Cowboy John versus Lesnar. I know that's a tough one, but I like fighting tough matches. It's a good call. I would like to see that match, Ricky. Where are we who's Ricky? Did I miss something here? Ricky Rogers there. Bad Jan versus AJ Lee. Sorry to tell you, AJ Lee is not on the roster, or at least not in the roster I have. So it cannot be done, folks. But if you pick someone else, Ricky Rogers, I will gladly give you that match. On his way to the ring, Goldberg taking on The Rock. Raging Chaos wants to see Roman versus Cena. Yes, Raging Chaos asked for that earlier, so we're going to have to give him the next match. And then we'll go on with a couple more, and then I got to go help out Tyler Black for his wrestling show. Be a mod there, do my due diligence, and pay it forward to my good buddy. Frozen Rage wants his Extreme Rules match against Nacho. Well, here's a little bit of a surprise for you. Frozen Rage, that match will be happening at one of the days during the pay-per-view. So we're not going to waste that fight here on Fantasy Booking when it's already been scheduled in to happen at the pay-per-view. Ben Wall, what's up, my fans? He's calling out. So, Destroyer versus Bad Jan. Sounds good to me. Like I said, we're only going to do a few after this, and then I got to do my job modding for Tyler Black. Goldberg right now was in control. Gets taken down. Nice move. And a repeat by Goldberg. Tit for tat. Pete, what does Tyler Black's show talk about Is it Wrestler Unstoppable Wrestling or WWE Wrestling? Todd Wright. He uses downloaded characters from the PlayStation Network and puts on a show, something like Big Dog Wrestling. I can grab his link for you quickly. You might want to check him out. He's a good guy. Works hard on his show like I do. He does discuss things like I do from WWE. He also does his own created wrestler bit. There we go. Let's see what I've missed here. No, not quite. I'm still working out some details. I wanted the first ever Women's Royal Rumble. That does not allow you to create that here in 2K17, which is complete bullshit. Frozen Rage says he dominated not once but twice yesterday. Fine, give me anyone. Frozen Rage says, I'll take Ben if you have time. Wow. Super Nacho says, me and Tatanka versus Frozen and a WWE legend of his choosing. I think that'll work good better. There's that Boston Crab by the Rock. Goldberg powers out of it. And a stomp right to the bottom of the rib cage by The Rock. And now dropping the elbow right across the forehead of Goldberg. Goldberg counters with a knee. Reversal. Nice takedown by The Rock. Yes, you are getting a little bit ahead of yourself there, She-Hulk chick. Halloween thing will be a tournament. No, I do not have Tajiri or Papa Shango. I do apologize for that. RW Watt says, I'm back, baby. We need a Power Ranger wrestler. Oh my goodness. Gav is begging to pick to be chosen as Rage's partner. And here we go, folks. Now Goldberg powers out. Okay, it will be Frozen Rage and Gav taking on Tatanka and Super Nacho. This fight's gone to the arena floor. Goldberg stomping away on the ribs of The Rock. Kick to the back. And here we go, throwing Rock to the steel steps. Goldberg still in control. I was at a Raw live show at the Air Canada Centre in Toronto back in the day when The Rock was still battling Mankind. So that was my only live WWE show I went to. I've been to a few indie shows, PWX being one of them. One of our good friends, mine and my brother Ben's friends were wrestling that night. His name is Freak Show, and put on a couple of great